Hey, beautiful souls, welcome to my channel, The Goddess in Me, where the Goddess in Me wants to awaken the Goddess in you. All right. And in today's pick a card message, we will be looking at what is happening next in your life. All right. And so these are the three cards that are for each pal. All right. And I'll put the image up again for a couple of more seconds. This way you can see which image calls out to you the most, which image you feel mostly drawn to, all right? And whichever image that is, that will be the pal that will have the messages in it for you that spirit wants you to receive, okay? So as usual, these readings are for the collective, so please only take the messages that you feel like are resonating with you and gently release those that do not. All right. Before we get into the reading, I do want to also state that if you are someone who feels like you are being called to or drawn to the priestess or the goddess path, please check my link below, down below for my Etsy shop where I do offer goddess spiritual tools that can help you unravel and unfold this path that may be calling out to you. All right. So, without any further ado, let's jump into this week's message. Hello to those of you who chose pound number one. And so you felt drawn to this particular Ace of Cups. All right, so we're going to jump right in and take a look at the messages around what is happening next for you in your life. All right, and I've already pre shuffled your oracle cards, so we'll start with those and then we'll pull some tarot to clarify. Okay, and so the first message you have is launching your journey. All right. And it says, I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. All right. And so, as you can see, there's little luggages here on this image. So, right away, I feel like that some of you are um, going to be traveling, whether it's for leisure, for fun, or for even work for some of you. All right. So, I'm getting this energy of some of you even wanting to drop everything you're doing and explore the world, right? So that may resonate with some of you out there. But either way, I'm getting this energy of someone who has finally accepted and stepped into their truth, right? And I don't get it in this type of way where it's negligent or it's careless. I do feel like it is strategy around it, more so a feeling of you deciding or choosing to put yourself first, right? You deciding that you no longer want to be a part of the story that someone else has written for you. All right. So some of you may be into that type of energy where you're breaking yourself free from other people's expectations around what life looks like. Okay. So some of you could literally be just dropping everything that you were taught, that you learned over the years, and saying, you know what, now it's time to invest and put the energy into the things that I want to do. All right. And so what's happening next for you is just as this card says, you're going to be launching your journey. Okay, so whatever that looks like for you, and I'm picking up a more energy of traveling. Some of you have made the decision to spend more time traveling. All right, you've come to the realization that life is too short. Okay, at least in this particular lifetime, right? Life is too short and there's things to be done and things to be seen, and you're not going to spend your life being this robot, right? Sticking to the status quo. And so some of you may have came to the realization about that for yourself, that it is time for you to explore. It is time for you to venture out. It is time for you to see what it is that the universe has to offer you. All right. And then you also have savings. Okay. And it says, you always need to put something off for a bad day. Create savings for the future. All right. And what came through with this is that some of you may literally be taking your life savings to to venture out on whatever journey this is for you, right? And some of you may literally be taking the money that you had saved up, or maybe this was the reason why you saved up, right, for this journey that you had in store or that you had in mind, right? So some of you could be using your savings, like I say, whether you're traveling for leisure, for fun, for work, or just to explore the world. You're going into, I'm getting life savings, right, for this, because you feel like this is the opportunity for you to fully enjoy life. All right. And for others of you, what's also coming through is that some of you, so you have, I'm getting the energy of some of you have already started this, right? Some of you are already working off of a foundation from this, but others of you may now have just come to the realization that you want to do this, right? That you want to put savings to the side for the benefit of being able to enjoy life more, to travel more, to see what's out there more, right? So you may have came to this may have even been what's coming through is that this may have been a New Year's resolution for you in coming into the year 2026, right? Some of you may have started a travels fund. Some of you may have started looking at places you would like to visit, explore, and you actually made or put forth an effort to start a savings that's going to help contribute to that. All right, so there's two different energies here. There's some of you that has a savings already and you're ready to just, like I was saying earlier, throw in the towel, drop everything, and live life. And so you're going to try to live off savings that's already established. And for some others of you, this was a resolution that you came up with maybe at the beginning of this year, where you're like, you know what, I'm going to start putting money to the side so that I can have more opportunity to explore, more opportunity to travel and see the world. All right. And then you guys have front door. All right. And it says new phase, new opportunity. A new door is opening up. Embrace the new exciting chapter. Yes, and what I'm getting with this message is just like liberation. I feel like you guys are not only liberating yourself on a physical level, but you're also liberating yourself on a spiritual level, because you are breaking free from systematic programming. All right, whether this has come from friends, family, co-workers, or whatever environments you're in. I really get this energy of someone who's breaking free from that and liberating themselves from that. And because you're going to do that, there is going to be this new phase or new opportunity that's going to present itself. All right. Coming through to us, for some of you, this is job related, right? Some of you may have been offered a job that allows you to travel, or that requires you to relocate. All right. And because you've let your guard down, and because you're what's happening is that your spirit is working from the inside out. So these different sensations that you're beginning to feel, these different enlightenments that you're beginning to feel, is spirit helping you to let your guard down and see life through a different lens. All right. And because you're going to be doing that, that's going to open up a whole nother area of exploration in your life for you. All right. And this is why you may be feeling the urge to want to travel more, to want to see more, to want to do more. It's because it's, like I said, spirit working inside out, right? Giving you these urges, giving you these inklings to just want to view life now at this point through a different lens. And this is what's happening for you. I really feel a sense of liberation, like this. There's really strong energy of like liberation around this pal, right? Where you're just living for self now, right? You're living for yourself. You're walking through the doors of opportunity, not turning away or running from them, right? Or not being blocked or shielded off from them because you were not energetically ready. You're starting to pull this energy in around you. All right. So this is a new phase and a new chapter of self for you, okay, which is going to bring in a lot more opportunities. All right. And then you also have you actually got two cards from this deck. All right. You have bedroom, intimacy, desire, seduction. Okay. And it says reconnect with your deepest desires and set your soul on fire. Yes. And this is what I feel like this pal is doing. This is the energy around this pal, is that you are setting your soul on fire. You are becoming intimate with self more so. Okay. I know intimacy normally involves two partners, but I feel like this is you becoming intimate with yourself, learning to see what your passions and what your desires are and following them. All right, as the card says, reconnecting with your deepest desires, and I feel like this is exactly what you're doing. All right. But there is another message that wants to come through that for some, I know I mentioned a lot about this travel involving fun and maybe even work. For some, this is romantic, okay, with this bedroom showing up. Some of you may be making the choice to, and it's so funny because I actually watch 90 Day Fiance the other way a lot. And so it's so funny that this message is coming through. Some of you may be traveling abroad to find love. All right. You may be going into your life savings to launch this journey overseas or wherever you're going to for love. All right. With this bedroom showing up. And of course, this isn't going to be for everyone, but there is someone out there who may be going through this. All right. You're going to be traveling for love. All right. Chasing the desire that you share with someone else, the connection that you have with someone else. All right. And then you guys have harp with melancholy, and it says possibility of a nervous breakdown and intrusive memories of an ex-partner. All right. And what's coming through with this message is just trying to in this process, trying to find balance. Right. Some of you may have come to this point or this conclusion in your life due to the fact that you needed a fresh start. Right. As this card stated, maybe some of you went through some rough breakups. Maybe some of you went through some rough challenges, and so you were in this dark space for a moment, right? But I feel like with the cards that's here and launching a journey coming up, you guys have found your way out of that energy. Right. I feel like you guys have found your way out of that energy, and now you're looking to be more in a peaceful place. And being in that peaceful place may involve you just picking up and going, right? Picking up and leaving the situation, picking up and just being brave, or being what's the word I want to use, adventurous, or just doing things on a dime, right? Just to take your mind off of things so that you're not having intrusive thoughts of ex partners or ex relationships or whatever, but you're instead beginning to love yourself all over again. All right. And so then you also have house with comfort. Okay. And it says physical structure to emotional well being. Yes. And this is what I was saying. Some of you just may have needed to change your settings or your environment or your scenario, right? And it says state of mind, journey towards self discovery. Yes. So this is what you guys are doing. You're journeying towards self discovery. Two words of journey, one in this card and the launching your journey here. And this is what you're doing. All right, this is what you're being led to do, is to do the things that's going to liberate you. So this is what's coming next for you, pal number one. This is what you can expect next, is you freeing yourself, liberating yourself, and doing things that's going to help bring you that freedom. All right, that's going to help take your mind off things that are distractions, okay, and that are not of benefit to you. All right. And so this is what you guys are, the energy that you are moving into at this time. All right. So now let's take some tarot to clarify these messages. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis. What additional messages do you have for pal number one in regards to what is coming up next for them? Okay, what's happening next in their life? All right, yeah, so you all will be journeying or taking a journey to self-discovery, and however that looks for you or however it shows up for you, um, it will be different for each one, right? But I do get a sense of a lot of you making the choice to make changes in your life, that will involve you venturing out, all right? And we have the high priestess. Yes, making the choice to make the connection with self, all right? Making the choice to make the connection with self, all right? It's what's coming up. I'm actually going to put these like this so that a little bit more balance. There we go. Yes, making the choice to make the connection with self, stepping into your priestess energy, your higher self energy, right? And this is why I feel like a lot of you may be making that choice to just spend some time traveling, right? It's almost like you need that alone time to find yourself, right? You need the alone time to discover who you are on a soul level and break free from the story that has been being written by others for probably most of your life. All right. And so the high priestess showing up here gives you that sense of now wanting to be in touch. Okay. Now wanting to be in touch with self. All right. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. Yes. And I love the Six of Pentacles showing up because the Six of Pentacles, like how I was saying earlier, the Six of Pentacles is a card of also a card of balance, right? What you put out into the world is what you receive. Okay. And I feel like the universe is ready to reward you. All right. Once you make this choice, okay, once you make this choice to invest time, energy, and effort into yourself, I feel like that's when all of the opportunities are going to really present themselves with this front door card here. That's when you'll begin to really see the shifts happening around you. That's when the opportunities are going to reveal themselves to you, because at that point, they'll be the right opportunities. Okay, they'll be the right opportunities, and they won't be things that you're just settling for. All right, so what's happening next for you, pal, number one, is that you're on the road to self-discovery. All right, and you're taking the right steps in order to get to that part of yourself. All right, liberation. That's just really what I feel for this, pal, is that there's this energy of just feeling liberated. All right, this is, I mean, we're all going through this period, this phase of transformation, I feel like. And so you're one of this power, I feel like, are some of the ones that are answering the call, right? That's taking the necessary required steps to get to that point or that part in their life where they are liberated. Okay, and they don't have to feel subjected to the story that life or that others are trying to write for them. And you're at a place now where you are like, I'm going to write my own story. Yes, with the Queen of Swords. Yes, exactly as I'm saying that. You're at the point in your life where you're deciding that now I am going to write my own story. All right. I'm going to do things my way. All right. And so this is just the energy you're in. You're taking, I feel like you're taking yourself more seriously. All right, with this Queen of Swords being here, I feel like you've probably went through a lot of disappointments, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of heartbreaks, and at this point in your life, you're beginning to take yourself more serious. All right. And so this is what's happening next for you. You're going to continue, the more you continue to put yourself first, take yourself more serious. This is when you will begin to align with the universe. Okay, this is what's going to allow for that alignment between you and the universe. Okay, because you're no longer it's like you're rewriting your story, and you're not going based off others expectations or just the story that's been in place for so long. It's like you're rewriting not even that chapter, you're rewriting the whole thing, right? Taking yourself more serious, doing things that not only accommodate one to come up, but not only accommodate you, but that also fulfills you. All right. And this is the point in your life where you're at making the connections with self and seeing how can you bring comfort to yourself. All right. And I feel like a lot of you know that there's a lot out there to be explored, to be found in however that looks for you, whether it's a new career, new relationships, new friends. You know there's something more out there to be discovered and found, and you're going to launch your journey to find that. All right. So that is the message that I have for you, my beautiful pal number one. Really hope it resonated and you enjoyed it. If so, please feel free to leave comments, like, share, subscribe. And until next time, my loves, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number two. And so this is the Ace of Cups that you felt drawn to. All right. And so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at your messages around what is happening next in your life. All right. I've already pre-shuffled your oracle, so we'll start with those and then we will clarify with the tarot. All right. And the first card you have is emerging into grace. All right. I open my soul to grace. All right. And what's coming through with this is you feeling more of, I'm getting a feeling of being or having more gratitude, right? Being more appreciative of the things around you. All right. Beginning to learn or beginning to experience just being content with even the smallest things, right? The smallest things around you, not taking things for granted, no longer taking things for granted. Some of you may have went through a recent traumatic experience that may have put you into this energy where now you're beginning to appreciate life a little bit more. I'm getting like financial difficulties, financial hardships. Some of you maybe even a loss of a loved one. All right, but I do feel like for some of you out there, there has been a current event that has put you into this energy. Okay, it may not resonate with everyone, but I do feel like that is for someone specific. All right, there has been some type of downfall or some type of turmoil that has recently took place, and now it's allowing you to see life through a different lens. All right, you're expressing more gratitude. Maybe now you're being more grateful. And I'm also getting that some of you may not even be you, but you may know someone who's going through something, right? And so even though it's not your life, okay, or your situation, is still at the same time a wake up call for you, realizing that things could be worse. All right, so I feel like you're starting to put yourself in more of this gracefulness, and more of this energy of being thankful and grateful, and just learning to appreciate even the smallest or the littlest of things. All right, as the card says, I open my soul to grace. You may have been someone, or you may be someone who, not to say just took life for granted, but you may just feel, I'm getting the word privilege. Okay, you may be someone who may have felt privilege for a majority of your life. All right, until some type of shakeup may have happened that caused you to kind of step back, retract, and just look at things differently. All right, and so this was needed for you. All right, it's what's coming through. This was needed for you in order for you to humble. Your soul wants you to humble yourself. All right. Some of you may live through the ego. All right, it's what's also coming through. And because you're living through your ego, you're just seeing life on you're seeing it from this level where you're not relating to the reality of it, right? Um, you're looking at the grand scheme of things keeps wanting to come out. Um, it's the message is kind of, maybe this is you, all right? Maybe life for you is portrayed one way, but on the inside there's a lot of confusion, right? So that message is not fully clear coming out. But either way, um, I think what has happened or what is happening is that, or what has happened, okay, for whoever this is resonating with, is that there's been situations or circumstances in your life that has caused you to become humbled. All right. And it's because you were living through the ego. All right. You were living through the ego. And so it was time for your soul, your spirit to give you this reality check. Okay. This wake up call to help you to realize that um, not everything is all as it's put out there in the grand scheme of things, right? There's some gray areas, all right? And so maybe now you're beginning to realize that. But let's see what other message we have. Okay, and then we have winning. Okay, and it says sooner or later luck comes to everyone. Don't spend everything at once. All right, and I feel like this is the, with this winning coming up here, I feel like you may feel like you're winning more now than you had been. All right. You may feel like because you are viewing life through a different lens, that's more so winning than the materialistic way that you may have been living, right? But either way, it's a okay. So now what's coming through is that I feel like this, the energy for this pal is a little bit like it doesn't want, the messages don't want to come straight through. All right, they don't want to come straight through. Um, and this could be like that you're living one way on the external, but you feel another way in the internal, and it doesn't know how to coexist. All right, it doesn't know how to coexist. But the good thing is with this card here, you're emerging into that grace, right? You're emerging into this space of learning to merge the two. Okay, you're winning at something. All right, you're winning at something. What that looks like or how that shows up for you will be different for everyone. And then let's just take a look at the other card, clock. All right, and it says timing issues, patience, divine timing is playing a big role in how events unfold in your life. So time is of the essence here. All right, and maybe that's for you. All right, maybe you're someone who had been impatient and wanted things done quickly and wanted instant gratification, right? And like even how this card says, sooner or later luck comes to everyone. But it's saying that it's not your time right now. All right, and it's not your time, and maybe this is why the messages are like being stuck coming out, because it's like the mind is moving faster than the body, right? So this is you guys, your mind is running at 100 miles per hour, yet the physicalness of your body has not caught up with it, or the physicalness of the opportunities that's meant for you has not caught up with where your mind is at. And that goes back to me at the beginning saying that some of you are living off of the ego. So I feel like with this emerging into grace card, you're now finally starting to slow down. All right, so this is now the messages want to come through more fluidly, right? Now they're coming through more fluidly because now we're on the same pace. The energies are in the same space, they're in the same place, right? So, emerging into grace with this clock here, you're now starting to slow down. All right, divine timing is at play, a big role in how events unfold in your life. And this is the lesson. And like how I was saying too, some of you may have, some of your situations may have been intentional, okay, in order to humble you. All right. So, what's at place for you guys right now is that the divine is shifting you into the right energy or the right place that you need to be in order to receive your winnings. All right. And winnings don't necessarily always have to be monetary, right? Or materialistic. Okay. Winnings could be, they come in different shapes or forms. Okay. Whether that's a job promotion or, a new home, a new house, a new car, whatever it is that your mind is running so fast toward, but your body isn't keeping up with it, whatever that looks like for you. All right. And so spirit is slowing you down. Okay. Spirit has caused you to slow down to reflect. All right. And so that you can emerge into grace. All right. You can emerge into this state of peace and thankfulness rather than just feeling like you're always chasing or going after the next thing and you need an instant gratification and you need it to happen here. You need it to happen now. All right. Spirit is saying, slow your roll, right? Slow your roll. Let's take a different approach. All right. And so this what may be happening next for you is that you're being caused to pump the brakes. Okay. Whether that's voluntarily or involuntarily through situations or circumstances around you, you're being called to pump the brakes. All right. And for whoever this resonates with, you'll know what this looks like for you. You'll know what situations have currently or circumstances that you've been in currently around you that's causing you to do this. All right. And so this is you stepping more into this peaceful, calm type of energy and not feeling like you need this instant gratification at all times. All right. And then you have dolphin with positive change, and this is beautiful because this just shows you that the you making the effort to do this is going to bring about the positive change. All right, you making the effort to see, to take this moment. Okay, I'm picking up the Ford Swords energy, taking this moment to rest and rejuvenate is going to bring about the positive change. All right, and then we have financial stability, psychological comfort, and positive and happy person in your life, right? So yeah, like especially, I think I did mention earlier that some of you may, for some of you, there may be financial struggles or burdens, but they're saying that the change for that is coming. All right, but you got to slow down. Okay, because when you slow down, that's going to allow for you to really take a look, okay, at possible resolutions to problems that you may be facing. All right. It's going to allow you to have that mental space and that mental clarity to allow the divine assistance to come through you. And divine assistance, what that looks like is you having an epiphany moment or an idea coming through or listening to your intuition, right? That's divine speaking to you, giving you the answers to your problems. All right. So allowing yourself to emerge from grace and not taking things for granted and learning to look at life through a different lens, and allow yourself to be humbled. Okay. It's also what's coming through. It's going to open the door for that positive change and for the winnings that you desire to come through. But with this clock being here, um, you are definitely in divine timing and you're being asked to slow down. All right. And we have cross with sacrifice. Yes. And I feel like this is a sacrificial type of feeling for you because that's not normally how you operate. Okay. The energy that you're being called to step into is not normally how you operate. Okay. You're normally someone who is like you want to solve the problem on your own. You have the answers, you have the solutions, you're ready to go. But some of you may be in situations right now where the problem can't be solved on your own, and this is what the divine is trying to show you, that you need to humble yourself and ask for assistance. All right. um some of you just need to be humbled. All right. But I feel like you're starting to feel the pressures of that, right? You're starting to feel the weight and the exhaustion of trying to handle things on your own, and you're realizing that not only is it tiring, but it could be also not getting you anywhere, right? You're not getting anywhere from all of the extra efforts that you may be putting into something. And so you're beginning to realize that you need to just relax and calm down, meditate, journal, do whatever you can to clear your mental space. All right. And so that may be a sacrifice for some of you because that's not normally how you operate. All right. And it says expect obstacles in the way of your desires. Yes. And that's being intentional, I feel. And it also says hard won success and happiness. All right. Hard won success and happiness means that you do emerge from this. All right. And the why it's going to be hard, a hard win for you is because of that sacrifice, right? You were put into uncomfortable energy. You were put into this energy that you're not familiar with, right? You're used to doing things a certain way. And now all of a sudden, it's like you have to switch things up. Okay. You have to switch things up and realize that it's not just you on your own. All right. There's a whole universe and a divine team backing you. And they know when the problem gets too big, and they know when it's a problem that you can't solve on your own. They just want you to know that as well. All right. But because this is a what's happening next, I do feel like this is good that you're stepping into this energy of realizing that you need to slow it down a little bit, emerge into your grace, and you open your soul to that grace. Open your soul to receive, because besides the messages that's coming through, there are a lot of positive cards here. Also, you do have the winning, you do have the positive change. It just is coming with a sacrifice. All right, and this is you um, being okay with being uncomfortable. Okay, being okay with being uncomfortable. And this is maybe a challenge for yourself. That's why sacrifice is here. But you have to work with it and not against it. Okay, in order for the divine to come through and assist you. All right, so let's see what tarot messages wants to come through. Thank you, my beautiful beloved Mother Goddess Isis. What additional messages do you have for pile number 2 in regards to what's happening next in your life? All right. I just get the sense, or it keeps coming through, is that, some of you guys are just in a place where you have to be humbled before your next win can come through. So if you're expecting something and you're wanting something, you're desiring something, all right, as this card even says, expect obstacles in the way of your desires. Realize that there is a lesson behind it before you get to it. All right, let's get out of this 3D way of thinking, being, and living collective, and realize that there's a whole orchestration going on that we can't see, right? With the divine helping us and being a part of us and being with us. All right. And so sometimes we're tested to see how well do we know them? How well do we trust them? Are we willing to let our guard down in order for us to receive the many blessings and miracles that they have for us? All right. And then, well, look at this. This was the card for you, and it's showing up again. You have the Ace of Cups. All right. And look at how the abundance is coming down from the universe. And this is what's coming next for you. You're going to be rewarded by the universe for making the sacrifices that you need to make in order to um, be energetically in the right place. All right. So these desires that you're trying to manifest in the 3D and the physical in the real world, right? They're not going to come from you just alone. Look at where they're coming from. Look at where the abundance is coming from. It's coming from up above. It's coming from the divine. All right. So I love this showing up because, guys, this is showing that you guys are learning whatever lessons that you've been recently put through, whatever challenges that you've been recently put through, or obstacles being in your way. The good news is that you're learning from it. All right. The good news is that you are learning from these challenges. All right. And it's great because it's not um, just a benefit to self, on the physical level, it's benefit to self on a soul level. All right, because this is exactly what the soul wanted for you. It's for you to emerge into this grace and to find sense of self. All right, you may have been distracted by the materialistic 3D the world for so long, and now it's time to see life through a different lens. Okay, especially with this King of Swords coming up here and with the bird over the eye. Yes, a sense of clarity, a sense of understanding. All right, a sense of having that epiphany of, oh, I get it now, right? I get it now, and I'm also getting through. I'm also getting with this King of Swords is that you all may have went through tough lessons in order to get through here, in order to get to this point. All right, there was some tough lessons at play. All right, with this King of Swords showing up. And I said that earlier, some of you may have been put in some situations and circumstances, right, that caused you to step into this energy. But look, we have the 10 of Swords, and I love it. I love it because that means that those are the past. Okay, these are things of the past now. Things coming to an end, but Ten of Swords is not always a pretty end, right? It's not a peaceful end. It's not a desired type of end. It's one that hurts. It's one that's painful, and this makes sense with the sacrifice being here. It's not always the easiest of ends, right? But either at the end of the day, it's still an end. All right, so that's the beautiful thing about it is that at the end of the day, it's still the end of something, okay, that opens up to a new chapter, to positive change, to you receiving from the universe, to you being in your winning season. I just feel like a lot of you had to step into this humbling type of energy, and really look at life through a different lens. I'm getting like how you may have been on the outside looking in, however that saying or that phrase goes. But I'm getting the sense is that you've actually stepped outside of the box now, and now you see things for what it really is, and that was what was needed. This King of Swords here with the bird over the eye. That was what was needed in order for you to be ready for this next new chapter of your life. All right. So hang in there, my pal number two, with these changes that you may be going through, and just really make and put forth the effort to align yourself energetically to the right energy in order to bring in anything that you may be trying to manifest. All right. So that is all I have for you, my loves. Really hope it resonated. If so, please leave a message, like, share, subscribe. And until next time, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pile number three. And so this is the Ace of Cups that you felt drawn to. All right. And so before I even jump into your messages from the cards, the message that I was receiving as I was shuffling your cards is that whatever is happening next for you is going to happen effortlessly. All right. Because a lot of your cards compared to Power 1 and 2 just came out seamlessly, right? And so the message came through that whatever changes that are about to happen for you or whatever's happening next for you in your life are going to be effortless. Okay, which is a positive sign. All right, but we are going to jump into the messages from the cards. We'll start with the oracle, which I already pre-shuffled, and then we will pull some tarot to clarify. All right, so um, the first card you have is planting seeds. All right, seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. All right. So, yes. So, whatever you all have planted or will be planting, as far as ideas, as far as experiences, as far whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you are going to shield positive results from that. All right. And it's going to feel effortless. Okay. Just as the message was coming through as I was pre shuffling your cards. Some of you are going into new ventures. Okay, and these seeds may have already been planted for some of you. For others of you, you may have just received these downloads recently from source. Okay, this new business idea, this new idea to move or change jobs or whatever that looks like for you. um, Spirit is saying you have your ducks in a row, okay, for these changes to come about, and this is why you're going to be rewarded with such positive changes. Okay, so you all will know what this looks like. Some of you may have, like I said, already started, and so you're waiting for the results. There will be positive outcomes from it, and some of you may just be in the beginning phases, and Spirit is saying to go ahead and start because there's going to be positive results from it. All right. And it's because you have, as the message came out earlier, you have your ducks in a row. And this is to just say that you guys are spiritually aligned. All right, you guys, I feel like it's the pal that may have already went through the dark night of the soul, or may have went through many shifts, ups, downs, turns, whatever. You guys have went through that, and you've overcome whatever that looks like for you. All right, you've aligned yourself, okay, to put yourself in the right space energetically in order to be able to move over to the next phase or the next chapter of your life. All right. So whatever you're doing, continue to do, because I'm being told they will yield positive results. All right. There will be positive flow around whatever this is because the universe is backing you. All right. And then you have exhausted, would feel financially drained, lacking viable options, recharge and regroup. And yes, and this may this is very actually fitting because this is just like how I was just saying. So I feel like this pal has already went through it the most compared to pal 1 and 2. I feel like pal one and two were kind of like in that phase of going through whatever they need to go through. I feel like you have already done that, and this is why you may be exhausted, right? You may feel energetically drained, right? Some of you, because with it being financially drained here, some of you may be financially drained because the seeds that you planted were around starting a new business idea, a new business venture. And so you were probably pouring money into this idea, hoping that things work out, right? And so Spirit is saying that it will. All right, Spirit is saying that it will. But that's not to say that you may not feel the exhaustion from this. All right. And so this is the time to let the seeds do its work. Okay. With this recharge and regroup here, this is the time to let the seeds germinate. I don't even know the proper terminology for planting, but I'm just going with the flow here, right? To germinate or to do whatever seeds do to get in their phase of sprouting and growth, right? So this is, you're being called to now recharge and regroup, okay? Because this may have, whatever this is, may have took a lot out of you. All right, it may have took a lot out of you, but it's okay. I mean, there's positive. Once this thing really gets to rolling, okay, once these seeds really get to growing, you're going to be so proud of the outcome from it. All right, so you're being advised to just hang in there, stick in there, and just know that things will turn out for the better. Okay, and then you guys have office room, and it says work, business, career. Yes, this is exactly what I was saying. So for most of you, okay, I mean, you can plant seeds in different areas of your life, what if you're trying to manifest different things in your life. But I feel like with this particular message, it's calling out for people who have invested into something work related or business related. All right. And it says focus on you, your development, your goals, and your career path. Yes. So even if things starts out slow, you're being asked to not throw in the towel, right? Some of you may be so exhausted from the efforts that you put into this business idea. Some of you may be so exhausted from the energy you've put into it, the money you've put into it. But don't if things are moving slowly, don't shy away from the end result, okay, that's coming. Okay, don't get distracted and don't allow yourself to go into a negative way or negative way of thinking or being around this, because you've already been there, done that. All right, you've been there, done that, in that type of energy, and now you should be in an energy of elevation. All right, knowing that what is meant for you will manifest itself, and it may just have to be in divine timing. All right, focus on you, your developments, your goals in your career. And I also like how it says focus on you also. So because you may have put a lot of energy and effort into this business venture, this business idea, you also have the recharge and regroup, which is the focus on you part. So now it's time to pull it back and focus on you again. Get yourself back energetically stable, energetically aligned, and let the seeds do what they're going to do. All right. And look at this. We have camel with patience. Yes. Right. So as long as you know that you've put in the effort, you put in the work, just know that spirit has your back. All right. The spirit has your back, and they're coming through loud and loud and strong with that message that they have your back. All right. You just have to have the patience around this. You've done what you needed to do. You planted the seeds. All right. And it says burden and pressure to reach oasis, and ability to preserve, ability to persevere in difficult circumstances. Yes, and with this burden and pressure to reach oasis, I feel like the message coming through with that is that for some of you, you really needed it to, like, you, I feel like you were like, okay, this is it, I got it, I did XYZ, things should play out in this order, right? Because you feel like you needed it to be like that, okay, in order for, in your idea, um in order for it to be considered success. All right, you needed it to kind of prove itself to you right away, prove that all of this hard work and this energy that you put into it was worth the time, worth the effort, worth the money. You wanted it to prove it to you right away that yeah, it was worth it. And spirit is to say have patience. All right, have patience, because you have, there has to be a balance, right? There has to be a balance between the energies, and everything can't come in instantaneously, or just come flooding in with you, because then you may not know what to do with it. So you need it to be grounded. You need to be grounded. You need to recharge. You need to regroup, so that when the things do start rolling in for you, you'll be in a stable place. All right. And so this is why you're being called to have that patience. All right. And then you have teapot with friendship. All right. And it says interesting and joyful news, and valuable moments of solitude and reflection. Yes. So the solitude and reflection is the same as the recharge and regroup. So this might be too for you to just, now that you've taken care of the first part, okay, of whatever this is for you, now this may be the time for you to go enjoy yourself, right? Go have some fun, go spend time with friends and family, so that you can take your mind off of the energies of whatever this seed is for you, right? So you're not constantly thinking or worrying about how it's going to show up for you, how, what the results are going to look like, when is it going to give you a return, especially if you've invested financially, right? Just kind of sit back and let it do its thing, okay? Because at, at this point, whatever the seed is for you, you've initiated, you've done your part, and so spirit is ready to do the rest, because you've proven yourself. You've proven to them that you wanted something, you did what you need to do to achieve that something, right? And so they're proud of you in a sense of you doing that, but now they want you to let them do the rest. And they're saying, there's like they're shooing you, like, go have fun, you know, like a parent does a child, like, go out, go play, go have fun, right? So this is what spirit is doing for you. They're saying you did your part. You planted the seeds. All right. Just have your patience with this friendship card here. Go enjoy life, right? Go enjoy life, whatever, however, or whatever that looks like for you, right? And I'm just seeing you being ushered by spirit. They're like, go out now, go have fun, right? We'll take care of the rest. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. Don't drain yourself more than you may have already drained yourself in the process of whatever this is, right? Now let us do our part. Let us do the rest. All right. So this is what's coming in for you next. Power number 3 is that we know that whatever you've planted will manifest, will harvest itself, and it will bring positive change and positive results. Okay. But while it's in the works of doing that, you need to enjoy yourself. All right. And don't, the word pity party, the words pity party just came through. I don't know why. Like, don't sit in this energy of throwing yourself a pity party because things maybe did not happen in the order in which you wanted them to. All right. So regroup, recharge, focus on more fun things, more positive things, and let spirit handle the rest. All right. Whatever venture this is for you, you'll know what that is. Each one is an individual case. All right. But now let's see what additional messages we have for you with the tarot. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis. What additional messages do we have for pile number 3 in regards to what's happening next? All right. Oh, 3 cards want to come out all at once. Wow. All right. And we have the Page of Wands. All right. Something, I feel like passion was ignited with this Page of Wands, and because it's facing that way, I feel like it was something from the past that was ignited, something you're passionate about, that caused you to plant the seed. And so that's where it all began. All right, it's what's coming through. Now we just be patient and we wait for things, we wait for that movement. Okay. And with this 8 of Wands coming up, this is fast moving energy. All right. You're going to see this fast paced energy manifest when you forget that the seeds were there. All right. Think about literally if you planted a flower seed in a garden, right? Can you imagine that if every day you went and looked at that seed to see when it would sprout? Can you imagine like how long and drawn out that would feel? Right? So this is your case. This is with your baby, whatever seed that was that you planted, right? You can't just sit there and try to watch it every day to see when is it going to make its first little sprout, right? And sometimes we just have to let it surprise us, right? And let it surprise us. And how we do that is we forget about it. All right, we forget about it. We go out, we enjoy life, we have fun, and one day, boom, bam, it's like, whoa, where did this come from? So this is the idea around whatever seeds you have planted for whatever the situation is for you. One day it's going to be nothing, and then one day it's going to be boom bam, right? This 8 of Wands energy flying through. Okay, obstacles no longer in the way, obstacles removed, whatever was blocking the energy flow, which I'm being told right now is you. Once those things are removed, that's when they can accelerate at the pace in which and spirit intends for it to accelerate. And guys, look at this. This is amazing. This is amazing. Like, oh my God, whatever this is surely set up to succeed. All right. So if you ever had a doubt in your mind about this power number 3, and this is why at the beginning, like the message that was coming through was effortlessly, right? At some point, it may not seem it now, but at some point, this is all going to flow so effortlessly for you. You're going to look back and be amazed, right? It may be off at a slow and rocky start now, but at some point, that momentum is going to pick up with this 8 of Wands energy here, and it is going to allow for you to step into the spotlight. All right, the star, regenerated hope. All right, this is regenerated hope flowing through for you. All right, so this is what's happening next for you. Is you're just being called to be patient, to enjoy other areas of your life while this process takes place, while this process fulfills itself through spirit. All right. Um, and like I said, I feel like for most of you, it is something business related. This screams someone like had with this Page of Wands had a idea for a passion. They went through with it. They started the steps, started the process, went all in. Okay, maybe even financially to the point of it being financially exhausted, as the card says, being mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted. But the thing is, you went in and you did this. right? For whatever this passion was of yours, business related, right? And you went for it. All right. And you're going to be rewarded through spirit because you went for it. I'm picking up the six of Pentacles energy. What you put out is what you get in. All right. But for others of you, you could have planted seeds in a different area. Okay. It may not be a business, so just take it how it resonates for you. Some of you may have, planted seeds for being able to manifest your dream home, your dream car, your dream job, your dream family. All right. So whatever it is that you planted the seeds for, you did the work for internally and externally, you will be rewarded for that. All right. Things may look a little so slow or seem a little slow at this time, at this moment, but believe me when I tell you things are going to pick up, they are going to pick up, and you're going to be like, wow. Right. You're going to be like, wow, where did this come from? So don't try not to wash the seed every day. Try not to watch the seed every day, guys. All right. Give it some time to do its thing. And one day you're going to walk out into that garden, and before you will be the most beautifulest, luscious garden flower that you've ever seen. And you're going to be like, where did this come from? And just know that it came from you starting taking the first step of planting the seed. All right. So that is all I have for you, my beautiful pal number 3. Really hope it resonates. If so, feel free to leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. And until next time, take care, my loves, and bye bye.